The Canberra Raiders got knocked out on the weekend to the Sharks after losing to the Broncos the week before, and now to the Sharks. In this video I'm going to talk about not the game, but how you should have expected the Raiders to lose. Because in this video I'll be talking about a very interesting fact, that every 16 years, starting from 1993, the minor premiers have gotten out. They haven't won a single game in the finals every 16 years. Basically what I mean from that is, obviously the format has changed over the years, but it's all pretty simple for the minor premiers. They get another extra chance. They play the first game, they lose, and then that extra chance game, they also lose. So that's basically what I mean for this every 16 years curse for the minor premiers. In a video the other day, I talked about the Sharks knocking out the Raiders in more detail about that match, so watch it after this one. But now, let's get into it. We're starting in 1993 with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs in 1993, as obviously expected, were the minor premiers. And as you can see, the format is a bit different. But look, St George second place beat Canberra, who won third, 31-10, and Brisbane beat Manly, so meaning Canberra and Brisbane versus each other. Brisbane won that in the minor semi-final, and in the major semi-final, which ended up being first versus second, Canterbury got unlucky, and it was St George who were lucky here, because they won 27-12. But the Bulldogs obviously still had another opportunity. But they got knocked out to a 5th place Brisbane side, 23-16, and Brisbane ended up winning the entire thing. But I also just realised something, if you think about the Raiders this year, they finished in first, and that first game they lost to Brisbane, who were 4th. But then, in the second game, in the semi-final, I think is what they call it these days, in this semi-final against Cronulla were the 5th place side. They finished 5th on the ladder. But in this, the team who was knocking out the minor premiers, Brisbane, also finished 5th. So that could also be a little something. We jumped 16 years later to 2009, where the St George Illawarra Dragons were the minor premiers. But it didn't go well for them, as my Parramatta Eels were able to beat them in a very shocking match. Obviously, this was a very big year for rugby league in general. Parramatta just squeezed in again, got into 8th place, made it to the grand final, and they unfortunately lost. But Melbourne broke the salary cap and all that, so technically Parramatta should have won. But yeah, it was all a bunch of confusing. But we'll jump back over to the main topic, which is about Dragons here. So with them losing that first game, they had to play a second game where they played Brisbane, and they lost 24-10. And this is a reoccurrence. If we look back, Canterbury lost to Brisbane to get knocked out. St George lost to Brisbane to get out. And even this year, even though they played Brisbane and they lost them, it wasn't the game to knock them out. They lost to Brisbane. Brisbane being that team which is in there as well is absolutely crazy. And we jumped to 16 years later, to only a few days ago. The Raiders lost on the 14th September in a classic finals game against the Broncos, and the Sharks the other day beat them 32-12 to knock them out. And the minor premiership curse has continued. So, with my stats right now, 16 years from now, it will happen once again, and the Broncos will be involved. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to Subway, who is obviously a subscriber to the channel, and also on the Discord, which link in the description if you want to join it. As you can see here, he really helped me out with coming up with the video idea, because I did want to make it a good one, because it is my birthday today, so I really do appreciate it. So everyone type W Subway in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.